All right. 9.6. Dividing polynomials. Part 2. This is going to be your long division. I advise you to take detailed notes. All right, number 1, you're going to arrange the terms of both in descending order. You're going to do this first. Put them in order, descending order. When I talk about both in long division, I'm referring to the old-fashioned, we have something in here, it's being divided by that, okay? Good old-fashioned long division. So you're going to arrange the terms of both in descending order. First, you're going to do that. Second step, you're going to complete the divide, multiply, and subtract procedure. Basically, you're doing your normal long division. And if you hate long division, you may not be a fan of this. But you got this. Again, make sure you take all notes. If you can't see, move up. Division, procedure. All right. The first step of long division. Now there's a weird rule when it comes to dividing polynomials. And A right here is the weird one. Divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. And write the result. Divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. And if you don't know which is which, here's your dividend, here's your divisor. Divisor's on the outside, dividend is on the inside. sure everyone's got it. All right. B. Multiply the answer by the entire divisor and place product below. Okay, multiply the answer by the entire divisor and place product below. Sounds like I'm teaching you basic long division. This part right here is the weird one, and this right here is going to make sense later. It's kind of the same principle of long division, but it's just weird looking. And of course, the last step in long division, and then I'll let y'all catch up, you subtract this product from the dividend and bring down next term. Okay, so make sure you have that written down. Oh yes, in step 3, repeat. I'll let y'all catch up, I promise. Repeat step 2 until you're done. And then when everyone's caught up, I'm going to write down the very important information on remainders. Remainders are weird, boys and girls. So, and this is a very common mistake. So, you don't just put R and whatever. It's weird. Something totally new. So make sure you have all of this down. And then I'm going to tell you about the remainder. And then we're just going to do examples. Okay? Because y'all will learn better from that. If you can't read something, let me know. It's very similar, but there's some weirdness. Yes, exactly. Okay, so the remainder place any remainder over the divisor in answer. And I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, get your book out. Yes, ma'am. Keep adding 0 and 0. Oh, like for decimal and stuff like that? No, we're not going to do that. You don't have to do that. Which is kind of nice. All right, when y'all have that, when you have this down, put your pencils down so I know that you're there, and take out your book. All right. So we're doing a page 397. Examples, and I advise you to write down everything I do, even if I draw some weird arrows, which may get a little messy. So pay very, very close attention. Once we do several examples, I've got about 3, 4, 5 examples, then I'm going to show you something else. Yes, but we're going to learn this first. Once you got it down, then I'm going to throw a little something in there. Okay, placeholders. So buckle your seatbelts. Here we go. Number 17. And I'm very serious. You better write all this down. Okay, so the problem is x squared plus x minus 6 divided by x plus 3. Okay, this is being divided by this. This is your dividend, this is your divisor. So I'm going to draw my little, dividing little apparatus thing. And I'm putting x plus 3 here. And in here, I'm putting the x squared. And you'll even have to put that in parentheses, really. Plus x minus 6 in here. Write that down and we're going to get started. It's tedious. Okay, y'all ready? First question. Now listen to what I'm going to ask you with every problem. It will help you later on when we get to the uglier stuff. Is this in descending order? Well, yeah. I mean, there's really nothing there. It's just a variable and a number. How about this one? Is it in descending order? Yes. Okay. Is there a variable missing in here if it's in descending order? And the answer is no. Okay? It goes x squared, x, and then a number. So it's correct. Okay? I'm going to show you later on why I just brought that up. Because later on, they may give you this. Or x3 plus x minus 6. Oh no, where's the x squared?
You have to have an x squared?
You have to have an x squared.
I thought it was just from least to greatest. Greatest
Not now.
So
Not now.
0 with an x.
That's right. So, whether you like it or not, we have to put in a placeholder later on. Okay?
If you have 0, then it's useless.
No, it's not. Why are you arguing with math? Okay, so you have to check. Is everything in descending order? Yes. Is there anything missing? Like, remember the x squared was missing? No. Thank you, Jesus. We can move on and not have to do any of this. All right, so here we go. Step 1, I don't remember what it was. Oh no, we've already done that. Divide the first term of the dividend with the first term in the divisor. Guys, we're only dividing the first terms. Y'all see that? The first terms. Don't even look at anything else. We're dividing the first terms. X squared divided by x is what? Raise your, okay. Yes?
X.
Very good. It's x. And you know how I know he's correct? Because now we're going to multiply that by everything in the divisor. Now we can look at our second one. So, Franz, what is x times x?
X times x is x squared?
Yeah. Oh, so it works. What is x times 3?
3x.
Uh-huh. There we go. Any questions about that? So, we are only looking at the first terms. X goes in x squared, x times. So now we take that and multiply it by everything here. X times x is x squared. Oh, that works. You want to make sure they're the same. X times 3 is 3x. Do we understand that? Miranda, do you understand that? Okay, well, I'm not done yet. In long division, what do we do now? But we're subtracting everything. So, what happens if I have a negative sign in front of parentheses? Everything in here's the opposite. So therefore, this x squared becomes negative, and this becomes negative. Y'all see that? So in long division, we would be subtracting, but we're subtracting all of this. So really, we're doing the opposite. So x squared minus x squared is what? It's 0, right? And what is x minus 3x? Anyone? Negative what? 2x. Positive x and negative 3x. You get negative 2x. Any questions on that so far? Now we're going to bring down our negative 6. Again, we're looking at the first term of each. So, Miranda, how many times does x go into negative 2x? Very good. It goes in there negative 2 times. Watch. Well, because we're dividing. In x divided by x, it's that 1 minus 1 sort of thing. You know, when the bases are the same and we're dividing, you subtract the exponents. So it kind of cancels out. So now we're going to take that negative 2 and multiply it by everything in the divisor. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. But now we have to subtract everything in there. So Ariel, what sign does this negative 2x become? Positive. Valeria, what sign does this negative 6 become? Positive. So negative 2x plus 2x is 0. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0. So this is your answer. X minus 2. There's no remainder, so we are good. There, that's our first example. How are we feeling?
Good.
You see why I did this on a second day? Yeah, we do the first one. That was oh yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, long division, polynomials. So before we move on to the next one, any questions? Your handwriting better be nice and neat. You can see why. Those of you that like to skip steps, I don't advise it today. I suggest you do one at a time, slow and steady, nice and neat. Okay? All right, let's do another one. 19. I have x minus 9 on the Let's just write the problem down first. I'm going to write the problem down first so that we know that we're on the right one and Miss Rogers isn't losing her mind, because I could be writing the wrong problem down. It's been known to happen. Okay, this is our dividend. This is our divisor. I'm going to move down so I have plenty of room. And guys, I'm going to tell you something. Some of you, as far as handwriting goes, if you are using graph paper or even lined paper, with this, you need to figure out what works best for you. if you need to use graph paper and you skip a line for everything so you have space, that's fine. If you need to use line paper for this, it's fine. You do what's best for you. Don't cram your stuff up in there because you'll have a mess. And then you'll say, Miss Rogers, can you find my mistake? No way. All right, so I'm putting the divisor out there, and I'm doing 3x squared minus 26x minus 9. Okay. Again, is everything in descending order? Are we missing anything? Thank goodness. So we're going to look at the first term, x and 3x squared. Sophia, how many times does x go into 3x squared? Well, right here, x goes into 3x squared how many times? Okay, we got a 3 down there. And then, because pretend that this is like a 1. 1 goes into 3 how many times? 3, right? So you can pretend there's a 1. And then x squared divided by x. Remember, we're going to subtract exponents. So what would I put up here? Yes, exactly. 3x. Does everyone see that? Because if we're dividing and the bases are the same, we subtract exponents. So 2 minus 1 is basically 1. And we can say 1 goes into 3 times. All right, so now we're going to multiply that by each term in the divisor. So, Sophia, 3x times x is what?
3x.
There you go, 3x squared. And 3x times negative 9 is what, chap?
Negative 27x.
Very good. Does everyone see that? Now, Ariel, what am I doing?
Put the bottom term, the one that you're subtracting.
There you go. I like that word subtracting. This whole
and then
thing.
Change the signs, make them opposite.
There you go. So this one's going to become, Ariel?
That one is going to become negative.
Very
and
good.
this one is going to be positive.
Absolutely perfect. Okay, so we're subtracting, so everything's going to be the opposite. These two cancel out because 3x squared minus 3x squared is 0. If you want to put a 0 there, go ahead. Now, negative 26x plus 27x is what, Keith? 1 what? Very good, 1x. And I'm going to bring down my negative 9. Everyone with me so far? All right, again. First term in this term. New. 1x divided by 1x is what? What?
I don't know. Is it the x?
If we're dividing, it's tricky. That's why I called on it. So if we're dividing, the bases are the same, we subtract the exponents. What would I've gotten?
0.
X to the 0, which is
1.
1. So then 1x divided by 1x is just perfect. It's just 1. And this is positive, so plus 1. Y'all see that? 1x divided by 1x is just 1. Don't let it trick you. Whoops. So then we're going to multiply that 1 by everything in the divisor. and I get 1x minus 9. Now, Miranda, what do I do? That's right, I'm subtracting, so I got to change the signs. This becomes what? Negative, and this becomes a very good. And they pretty much cancel out, right? That 1x minus 1x is 0, right, Miranda? Not 0x, right? Uh-huh. And then negative 9 and positive 9 is 0. So we're done. This is the answer, 3x plus 1. There you go. Any questions? I'm pushing your brains a little bit more than normal. Everyone got this? All right, let's do another. 21. Hopefully these are starting to get a little bit easier. So 21 is a squared plus 4a plus 12 divided by a minus 6. All right, I'm going to come down so I have plenty of room. A minus 6 is my divisor. A squared plus 4a plus 12 is my dividend. Okay. Is that in descending order? Is anything missing? Nope. Valeria, we're looking at these two terms only. How many times does a go into a squared? Just the number 1? What? Well, there you go. A, perfect. Or just, you can just put an A. Because a squared divided by a to the power 1, you subtract, and you would get, like Valeria said, a1, or you can just leave it as a. Now we multiply it by everything in the divisor. Let's see. Morgan, what's a times a?
A squared.
And a times negative 6, Sophia? Negative 6a. Franz, what do we do here?
Put parentheses around it, and then put subtraction sign in also, and everything in there becomes the opposite.
That's right. This becomes negative. This becomes positive. A squared minus a squared is basically 0. 4a plus 6a is what? 10a. Now I'm going to bring down my 12. Positive 12. Chat. How many times does a go into 10a?
10 times.
All right, 10 times. Hope y'all seeing this. So then I'm going to multiply the 10 by everything in here. And I get 10a minus what, Franz?
60.
Do you have a question? What?
Isn't a minus a 0 minus 1?
Well, a to the power of 0. But when we're adding and subtracting, the powers don't change. That's only when you're multiplying and dividing. Okay, so now we're going to do that subtracting. This becomes negative. This becomes positive. So these cancel out because it's 0. 10a minus 10a is 0. Oh no! 12 plus 60, what is that?
32.
That's my remainder. Remainder. So we don't just put an R in 72. Boys and girls, this is what you do. Is this a positive or negative 72? Positive. So I'm going to put plus 72 over the divisor. So 72 over A minus 6. So I'm going to rewrite that answer. A plus 10 plus 72 over the divisor, A minus 6. That is your answer. Write it down, sit back, go over it, ask any questions now. Do y'all understand how to do the remainders? Don't forget, don't put an R. I would love to put an R in 72. That'd be so much easier. And I wouldn't get so many wrong answers. But we cannot do that when we're dealing with polynomials. Any questions? All right. 23. Here we go. 24x squared plus 13x minus 9 divided by x plus 1. Now, since we're getting into the bigger numbers, you know there's going to be a remainder. Maybe. Maybe not. We shall see. All right, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to make my house x plus 1 on the outside. 20. Oh, real quickly. Is this in descending order? Anything missing? Thank goodness. 24x squared plus 13x minus 9. Valeria, first term. How many times does 24x squared divided by x, what do we get? Very good. 24 just x, right? Good job. So now we're going to multiply everything by that, and I get 24x squared plus 24x. Miranda, what do I need to do? And everything in here turns to the, this becomes negative, and this becomes negative. These cancel. And 13x minus 24x is what, chap?
Negative 11x.
All right. Now I'm going to bring down my negative 9. Keith. Negative 11x divided by x.
Minus 11.
Very good. Then I'm multiplying it by everything. I get negative 11x minus what? 11. Very good, y'all. I'm subtracting, so this becomes positive and this becomes positive. Therefore, these cancel out. I'll just get 0. And negative 9 and 11 is what, Morgan? 2. So, let's see. Sophia, how do I write my remainder?
2 over x plus 1.
Perfect. Plus 2 over x plus 1. I'm going to write it better right here. Any questions? Y'all have it down? You have it written down? Okay. All right. 25. So 25. Now it has it written a little bit different, but you know what goes in the house. The top number goes in the house. 6y squared minus 7y minus 5. Is that in descending order?
Yes.
And there's nothing missing?
Nope.
2y plus 1 on the outside. Okay, this is a little bit different. That's why I'm doing this. And as you can see, we're not having to add any zeros or decimals. Isn't that nice? So let's see. Ariel, 6y squared divided by 2y.
3y. Wait, no.
No, you're
Oh, yeah,
right.
3y.
Yeah, go with your first one. 3y. Perfect. So then we multiply it by everything. I get 6y squared plus 3y. Now, Keith, what do I do? And this becomes good. And this becomes excellent. These cancel out. Negative 7y and negative 3y is very good. I'm going to bring down my negative 5. Negative 10y divided by 2y is what new? Perfect. Negative 5. I'm going to multiply. I get negative 10y minus 5. We subtract, and basically this becomes the opposite, and there's no remainders. So your answer is 3y minus 5. Any questions?
Why did you put in, like, the divide thing isn't both evenly, is it gonna be a decimal?
No, that would be just a remainder.
I'm alright. What if instead of 10y minus 5 you got, I mean, negative 10y minus 5 you got instead of negative 11y minus 5? How's it going into the divide?
I don't. Let me do this next one, and then I'll work with you individually, okay? Because I don't understand what you're asking, and because y'all all coming in late every day, y'all have very little time for independent work, so I want to get this other one in there so y'all can at least get started. All right, and then I'll come to you and you can show me. This is the last one. All right, this is going to be one of the scary ones. 31, look at 31. It says x cubed minus 27 divided by x minus 3. Okay, already we got some stuff missing. Do y'all see that? Valeria, what's missing?
X cubed,
Well, no, that's x cubed.
and squared,
X squared, what else is missing?
everything.
Just the x, right? So both of those are missing from that problem. So what we do is we put in there a placeholder. You know what? I'm thinking about being really nice right now. We're going to go over placeholders, I think, tomorrow. Let's do this, and then tomorrow we'll go over placeholders. Okay? That may bump your test to Monday, but y'all don't care, I'm sure. Let's do page 397, numbers 18 to 28 even. And then tomorrow we will talk about placeholders. That will be due Wednesday. And let's see. Your test is tentatively, it's either going to be Friday or Monday. Either way, it's going to be later on. Okay? So that's not too bad.